Great Scott, welcome to our online exclusive. Today is July 3rd, 2012, and that means it is the 27th anniversary of the release of the greatest motion picture of all time, Back to the Future. I am talking with none other than Oliver Holler. Oliver Holler created his own version of the DeLorean Time Machine, and he and his wife Terry go all over the world spreading awareness for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Welcome to the program, Oliver.
Hi, TC. How you doing?
How you doing, Oliver?
Doing great, doing great. Happy almost 4th of July.
Almost 4th of July. Well, with your time machine, it can always be the 4th of July.
Exactly, anytime you want.
Now, what inspired you to make a replica of Doc Brown's time machine to spread mirth and joy and bring awareness to the Fox Foundation worldwide?
Well, back in, on this day, back in 1985, I went to the movie theater to see Back to the Future. And it was just unlike any movie I'd ever seen before. It was just fantastic. I mean, I don't have to tell you or your listeners this. It really made an impression. So as I sat there and I thought, boy, wouldn't that be just the most fantastic car ever to drive around in? And many years later, my wife and I put it to our minds that we would build one, and we did.
Unbelievable. Now, how long have you actually had your DeLorean time machine?
Well, we bought the car itself in 2001 after I had a kind of a health scare. I started really taking life a little more seriously and looking at things I wanted to accomplish. And building a time machine was near the top of the list. And so that's what we did. My wife helped me locate one, that was just right for our purposes. And she said, go for it. And we have been ever since.
Now, you built this from scratch.
That's right. Back in 2001, back in the olden days, you see, the movie only existed on VHS, on video cassette, and they didn't have all of the cool products that they do now, the models and the Sunstar toys and model cars, and also really, today you can even buy a flux capacitor on eBay, but we didn't have any of that back then. So we watched the old videotape and built what we saw.
And how long did it actually take you to build a DeLorean replica?
Well, I tell people that 11 years so far, and we haven't quite finished yet. We're kind of like Walt Disney. It'll never be finished. We're always doing something to improve it and to modify it to our own special needs.
Now, you have been driving this car all over the country for years now, making awareness for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Can you give our listeners some 411 on the Fox Foundation?
Well, sure. Once we had built the car, we decided we better put it to some kind of good use and not let it just sit there. So we, right about the same time, the Michael J. Fox Foundation developed Team Fox, which allows people like you and me to hold fundraising events to raise funding and awareness. So we signed up as volunteers for that, and it's been wonderful. The people always seem to smile whenever they see the car, and if we can just encourage them to if they want to take pictures and take joy and delight from the car, it's also nice to give as well, not just take. So we've to date, we've collected over $100,000 and sent it to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. And that's just basically Terry, myself, and our little car.
Fantastic. And, of course, you have met most of the stars and creators of Back to the Future. What's their take on your cause?
Well, everybody associated with the movie that we've been fortunate to meet has been very encouraging and very complimentary. And many of them have become really good friends over the years because we see them so often. Bob Gale's just a really fantastic person, and he's a big supporter of the foundation and of what we do. And Andrew Probert, who designed the car, on paper originally, he's a fantastic friend and has actually participated in several fundraisers with us. Of course, we've met just about everybody else, Chris Lloyd and Michael, of course, and Robert Zemeckis, and the list goes on.
And your car is almost as famous as the movie-used version because it's been in music videos and commercials down in South America. We
actually do have the world's first flying DeLorean, flying time machine. We were lucky enough to get it hooked up with a company called Garbarino, who did a massive campaign involving Christopher Lloyd and the DeLorean time machine, and they flew us and the car down to Argentina for a month's worth of commercial shooting. You can see the commercials on YouTube if you look up Garbarino, Back to the Future.
Unbelievable. Now, if they want to follow you, can they still go to tothefuture.org?
Yeah, that's our website. That kind of gives you a running tally of what we've raised and some of our donors. We call them time travelers. And you kind of see some pictures and videos and things like that. You can also go to tothefuture.org on our Facebook page and get a little bit more of an up-to-date idea of where we are and what we're doing.
Unbelievable. Now, for the fans out there, if they want to, they can go to michaeljfox.org to donate to his wonderful cause.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Oliver, when do you think you'll ever stop doing this?
You know, we're having so much fun, I can't see it anywhere in the near future.